It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Patriots and the Chiefs, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 22.
The usual sea of red here in this spectacular venue has been turned white as we are high above snowy GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in KC. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the New England Patriots. Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On play action, they'll throw. This one swung out to Montgomery. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he's going to have a Patriots first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 20 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
11 touchdowns on the ground this season, and the pride really extends throughout the entire offense. And in this case, I'm focusing on the offensive line. The leverage, the ability to get downfield, make that extra block in order to give him more space to run. They really look forward to him carrying the football because they're going to get him to the end zone.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now back to throw. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make...
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Kenny Clark, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. The Patriots send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Play action. Now it's Allen. Rolling to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there, with touchdown number 12 on the year. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Going deep for Montgomery. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much. Do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. A big play there for KC. Allen now on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. That time a 6-play drive, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Patriot offense now set to come back out on the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player,
and the Chiefs are going to get him. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. They'll look to throw here. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Taken in at the... Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. This hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 40 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down. They flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Patriots' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multi.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for KC.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now Allen again. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Back to throw again. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball. And we just saw there that that's difficult to do. But just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on. But the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. Flush to his right. This will be caught. Judy. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 17-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that...
Touchdown! That's caught. A great play there. His third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Well, you're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 66 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On the carry, it's Montgomery. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And to give this time to the tailback. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down. And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Allen's throw is complete, so give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll lead here to a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Second and 8 coming up. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Pushing through the contact. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Well, that's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the Chiefs are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He gets this one complete to Bowden. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. Now a handoff looking right, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it was their defense that led.